Hey guys, Zach with Edwards Garage. Today we're going to be showing you this 2019 Outdoors RV Mountain Series 270 RLS. Let's walk you around the outside, point out a few things. Starting up front here, got a heavy duty power tongue jack, two 30-pound propane tanks, a spot for two batteries, 6-volt or 12-volt, checker plate with Rhino guard liner and the fiberglass, the molded fiberglass front cap, welded through A-frames. And that we have some links to videos on the Outdoors RV website that'll go into more detail on the chassis, but you should look it up if you are interested in one of these. It does make this unit very unique, and all outdoors units, same idea. The compartment here is insulated. It's inch thick insulated. It has a magnetic catch, so you don't have to mess with stuff trying to hold the door open. It's not going to fall on you. And then we got a nice big cutout with rubber checker plate floor in there. And then auxiliary solar panel spot there. And then there's a battery disconnect here. Below me, I got stabilizer jacks. We have screwed in clearance lighting and then reinforced diamond scoring siding. So as you're going down off-road, it's not going to shake apart on you. It's going to hold together a lot better than most of the RVs on the market would. Walking down the outside, we do have thermal pane windows on this unit. A power awning, and it has the weather shield, so it might not come across on video, but there's a little metal piece that when the awning's in like it is now, it covers the vinyl fabric, so you're not going to have the elements, tree fallings, whatever, get on the awning to rip it. It's going to be protected by that shield. Below that, we have outdoor speakers. There's a support for the awning in the middle. This particular model has the off-road X4 suspension. So what that gets you is there's a MoRide CRE 3000 shackle system, a little bit bigger tire and rim, and then there's suspension. There's two per axle on each axle on this unit. Goodyear endurance tires, and then a greasable hub bearing. So kind of nice. They are, like I said, Goodyear tires. They're brand name. It's quality stuff. And Outdoors RV is one of the only manufacturers to do that from factory. So you see that here on this unit. Moving back, we got the dual 10-gallon hot water heater. It's electric and gas propane. Onto the back side, we got a ladder right up to the roof. Our outlet, so you got your outside shower and the power connections and your city connection just there. The bumper, might not be able to see it, but is Rhino guarded as well. It's not just a painted bumper. It does have a protectant on it. The slide out itself is insulated. That's another thing these guys do that's just awesome. So it's insulated. Underneath, it's a fiberglass finish bottom on the slide. It's not wrapped in a woven material. And then all alloy hardware on the outside. So kind of neat. Like I said, it's one of those things you have to see it to kind of get the idea of the quality they're doing for it. Over here, we do have a black tank flush system. Anyone who's had one of these knows how important those are for cleaning out the black tank. It is situated there, and then our valves are just under there with the outside light. If you're doing it at night, you can lighten that up. Short of that, we got one more outside storage here. I'll point that out or show you guys that. And then that basically wraps us up for the outside. While I'm on it, this was a unit we sold originally. The customer upgraded to another Outdoors RV product. They went with the fifth wheel this time around. So that's kind of the story on it. We do have a full service history of it for what little it does have. But let's go inside. We'll show you the inside and finish up the video. Okay, so inside the unit, a few things I'd like to point out right as soon as you walk in is the control center here. So nothing out of the ordinary. A lot of RVs have a very similar setup, but I'll show you a few things unique on this one. The hot water tank heater is located here. But not only is the gas heater, also the 110 volt. And the nice thing is these switches are lit, and then you have a DSI switch to let you know if it's actually lit without having to go and physically check the hot water heater. There is a solar panel up on the roof, and that's not to be confused with like a big 170 or 190 watt panel. It's actually just a little panel that maintains the battery, and this is where you can turn it on. And then, of course, the Outdoors RV, the fresh tank hot water heater, it's controlled up here as well as the water pump, your tank gauges, and then your slide out and power awning. Walking into the unit, there is a little storage here. It could second as maybe a half-hearted shoe storage. It is under the sink, so I don't know how dirty you'd want stuff to get in there, but you do have a spot to put something should you not want it sitting here. On the back of this unit, we have the two rocker chairs with a nice big window and overhead storage. This lets a lot of natural light inside the coach. So we have the window closed down because it's for the video. It's a little nicer to do it that way. But just know having a window this big is going to let all that light in. Up top, it is a concave or convex roof. What's nice about that? That's kind of a trend in our industry, but it not only gives you a little more ceiling height inside here, but it's a little stronger too. And then on the edges, one thing that Outdoors RV does is they actually insulate right to the edge. So if I was to reach up over on this side, there's actually a gap there, and they put insulation right to the edge. And a lot of RVs don't do that. And you can tell if you go and look at one, you'll feel, and they shorten that, so you lose a lot of heat through that. So that's something Outdoors RV does. On the slide out, it's a nice big slide. You'll notice up top we have LED pot lighting. That's all the way throughout. It is LED lighting, so it uses less power. So that's another Outdoors RV thing they've been doing for a few years. But one of the things I always like to show customers on this is right underneath here, and you'll see it's all plywood. There's no chipboard or particle board. And then the other thing I talked on the outside is this is an insulated slide. You can see it right there, and because it's a bigger slide, I can lift the carpet up enough to do it. But I think that's important, especially if you're doing any sort of like fall camping or early spring camping or even winter camping. It helps kind of insulate the unit without losing as much heat. Or in the summer when it's super hot, you're going to lose as much cool air. Over to the kitchen, we got kind of a stone material finish with an extension on the side of the kitchen here. We have glass range cover with gas burners. There is a max air fan, so just above me, there's actually two things that's one point. Talk about that. So you have a nice skylight here that lets a little bit of natural light, and they have a remote controlled max air fan. So this is a reversible fan, so it's really nice on those hot days where you're only running off battery power, and you can't run the AC or you don't want to run the AC. You can have this fan set, and you can set a temperature, and it will just automatically try to maintain that in the coach. And I believe there's going to be one in the bedroom, one in the bathroom, and they're all the same. And so it's really nice with that remote because you can just set it, put it on auto, totally forget it. Wood paneled fridge, it is dual, so that's gas and electric. So if you're plugged into shore power, this will work, or propane. And it's Norcold, which in my opinion is one of the better fridge brands out there for RVing. Above me, we have a 12-volt LED Jensen, which is mobile RV brand TV. The big thing there is that's 12 volts, so it'll run off your batteries. You do not have to be plugged in to use this. And below that, we have a Blu-ray player, or a Bluetooth player and DVD player. So this controls your outside speakers, inside TV, inside radio. And if you have a phone with music, you're able to play your music through that. So kind of nice, and you don't have to have it connected. Moving on towards the bathroom, we have a residential style corner shower. Stand-up kind of sink with medicine cabinet covered below. Lots of room for your knees for the toilet. And then, as I mentioned, the max air cover. Max air fan. This isn't as set up as the kitchen one. There's less this one will do. But same idea. For the sake of moving air, you'll move a pile of air if you have both on. Finishing up in the bedroom, the mattress, the customer took their mattress out. We are going to have a brand new one in probably by the time you see this unit. We'll have a brand new mattress in here, but just know that's coming. But right now, unfortunately, it looks a little naked, but makes lifting this up a lot easier. So you'll see we got a little bit of storage under there, and then there's actually drawers below that. So you don't actually have to lift the bed up. And same thing here, the struts are super strong, and you'll notice it's all plywood, hardwood. It's no chipboard or anything. So you kind of get a bit of an idea what the construction is below the stuff you normally don't see. As I mentioned, there's another max air fan up here. There is a control for this one, so this one's automatic as well. Slide out control for the bedroom just on the wall there. Couple USB ports on either side, as well as 120 volt outlets, and then a spot for master bedroom TV here, and then lots of closet space because of the way the bed's laid out. Other than that, that is the 270RLS. If you have any questions, you feel free to email us, call us, chat with us. We'd love to hear from you and answer anything you'd have about this unit.